I'm here in Washington, D.C. Before this land became the nation's capital, our founding fathers put together the Constitution, a document which by its nature recognized that there would consistently be conflicts in what type of policies should be enacted to govern the nation. That's why the founders came up with the idea of proportionate representation in the House and equal representation in the Senate, and so on and so forth. Well, fast forward to today, 2013, and that whole philosophic difference between individuals who are elected to represent the people sticking to their principles and compromising to pass legislation is at the forefront once again. Right now we have a looming debt ceiling up and coming, and we have a looming shutdown of government up and coming if legislators here in Washington aren't able to reach some kind of agreement. Well, we asked the people, as we have previously, what should their elected representatives do? The political leaders here in Washington compromise or stick to principles, and the data show, again, in fact, even stronger than ever, that the American public says compromise, even if it means pulling back from one's principles. There's the data. It's over a 2-to-1 ratio now, and that's higher than it has been. Over half of Americans say compromise, and we're down to just about 1 out of 4 Americans who say that their representatives, their leaders here in Washington, should stick to principles. There are, of course, political differences in views. Across this country, Republicans are more likely to say that their political leaders should stick to principles, but perhaps not by as much as you would think. In fact, Republicans break roughly even between the compromise and the stick to principles side of the ledger. Democrats skew towards the compromise side, as do independents. About 22% of Americans are Tea Party supporters, and of course that's key because some of the Tea Party leaders and representatives who in essence represent the Tea Party have argued strong that it's necessary to stick to principles even if government comes to a grinding halt. But among Tea Party supporters across the country, look at the numbers there. Again, it just about breaks even. About 4 out of 10 Tea Party supporters say compromise, and about 4 out of 10 say stick to principles. Bottom line, though, I think the big picture here, if there is a message for the leaders here in Washington from the public across this great land of ours, it is compromise to get something done rather than adamantly sticking to principles. That's an update for you. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.